Should you play Kirby with a power-up or no power-up? Yeah, this is kind of a strange video. Now you see it. Recently, we went on a trip, and I was playing Kirby Triple Deluxe, by the way. That game is fantastic. I really love that game. I know it's not some people's favorite game, but to me, this game's great. But anyways, I was playing Triple Deluxe, and something came up, and I wanted to ask myself this question, stating, should you play the game with a power-up or without a power-up? Because the Kirby Suck ability, like the original ability that you, without even having a power-up, like, which you start the game, kind of hard to explain, but like, having no ability besides the little vacuum cleaner, that, I feel like, is the best ability. Because when you're fighting bosses, oftentimes, they drop stars, or all the time. Most of the time when they attack, they drop stars, and you can suck up the stars, and you deal pretty good, significant amount of damage. But if you suck up 3 or more stars or something, you will be getting that boss down to like really low health, because it's like multiplying the damage when you sucking up more things, which kind of makes sense in a way, but also doesn't make the most amount of sense, because that star goes flying like really fast, really far. And it's really interesting question. Should you play the game with a power-up or no power-up? Because the power-ups allow you to unlock special areas, and they allow you to just experience the game in a way that you would be able to before. Like, for example, using the sword power-up, you get a cool sword, and when you're full hearts and stuff, you kind of shoot a blade, just like kind of in Zelda, how the Master Sword, when you are full HP, you can shoot a beam or a blade or something, whatever you call it, just a beam that, like, when you're full health, you do that. And it's really cool. It's a really cool idea. There's so many power-ups out there, and for those of you who already find Kirby games easy as enough, I would say try to challenge yourself. Try to play the entire game. If you don't care about completion, don't care about half of that stuff, most of the games is just like collect 1 star and you should be fine to move on to the bosses. So you don't really need a power-up to do that. And half the time, if the game's just like, hey, you need a power-up for this section, take the power-up, you're in the power-up. Like, it's that simple. You can use the power-up as a weapon later on. Like, you can get rid of the power-up and then suck it back up. Instead of swallowing the power-up, you can shoot it back at your enemy. And I feel like playing the game, I don't know if I'm just being stupid pants, I don't know. But I feel like playing a Kirby game without any power-ups is just the greatest way to play. Because, hear me out. There are countless of enemies around you, and you can use your ability of vacuuming the enemy up. Now, if there's an enemy right beside you or behind you or something, you can just inhale it, and then you can just throw it right back at them. Like, you don't ever really need a power-up. And yeah, the power-ups do make the game more fun and interesting, but it's just, hey, if you like to challenge yourself, you can try to play the entire game through without any power-ups. Because I did that, and man, it was fun. It was actually really fun. It was really exciting, because when you run out of enemies and stuff, you really gotta rely on essentially nothing. Like, you rely on things around you. If there's no more enemies, you can pick up a rock and chuck it right back at the enemy's face. Or if there's a boss, you rely on the stars and stuff that they drop, because the stars are really powerful when you shoot it back at them. If you're using the whip kind of ability, I was playing that in Triple Deluxe, it's actually not that strong. I feel like using just the stars that they drop and then throwing it back at them is a much more effective way to play in the game, instead of just and then just like pow and then just keep whipping. You know, it takes off kind of the fun. Instead of standing there clicking one button because your whip only does like 3 damage and the star does 10. You're just clicking the same button over and over again because it doesn't actually do that much damage. Instead, you can just, when they attack, you get a star, you suck up the star, you throw it straight back at their face, and you try to dodge and weave because you don't have any power-ups, you don't have any shields, you don't have nothing to protect yourself. So I don't know, because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things out there. Like, let's just take Forgotten Land, for example. It still works the same way. The having no power up is still really good, because you can just suck up something, boom, throw it at something, get a block, boom, throw it at something. You know, just keep going and going. Forgotten Land also has a hard mode, essentially, where they don't drop any food items, or it does double the damage. Pretty sure that's it. Pretty sure. So there you go. You can use your vacuum cleaner ability to suck up enemies, and it's pretty much just a one shot. Usually you would stand there and whip, you know, or I don't know, use the flame ability. Sometimes some enemies are not one shot, and with just the vacuum cleaner, the original vacuum cleaner, you can just stand there and, you know, things like that. If it's a giant bear, it may take longer, but it gets right in his big old cheeks immediately. And Dribble Deluxe kind of handled this beautifully. You know what? Every Kirby game kind of have its gimmick. Robobot had robots. Kirby Triple Deluxe had big rainbow vacuums, so the vacuum was able to suck up essentially everything. And Forgotten Land was being able to upgrade your power-ups. But, you know, different games have different things. If you're trying to use this on different features, well, in Robobot, Planet's Robobot, it's kind of hard to actually stay true to the idea of just using Kirby's base ability. But in Triple Deluxe, oh man, this works even great, because you're not technically using a power-up when you're just upgrading your vacuum cleaner for a bit, because it's not like any elements. It's not having a physical sword or a whip or a bow and arrow, for example. It's just upgrading the vacuum cleaner for a bit. So let's just say you have a 50 voltage, what do you call it? Sucky up vacuum. That's pretty bad explanation. It goes up to 250 voltage, whacks up some random Bob vacuum cleaner. I don't really know how vacuum cleaners count their suck up power, but we're gonna go for 50 to 250 suck up power. You see, it's 5 times more, and it's just better. It's just so much better, because I think playing Kirby with no power up is just a fantastic idea. Did you ever try to play Kirby without any power up whatsoever and see how it went? I don't know, let me know in the comment section down below. Hey, let me know what your favorite power up is. Is it just the vacuum cleaner ability that, you know, just the suck up ability that you start with, or is it the sword, or anything else? Anything? What's your favorite Kirby ability? Hey, it could even be the big thing that kind of detonates. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know all your opinions and stuff. They're really good. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Have a great summer day.